hello to our gold participants from around the world. I'm Fiona Lang-Sharp, IBCLC Public Relations Manager and MC for Gold Learning. Well, I have the pleasure of sitting down and chatting with Judy Terwilliger today. Welcome, Judy. It's great to have you here today.
Hi, Fiona. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, I think this is going to be a fantastic talk. And I say that I've been doing a little bit of researching and looking at what Judy teaches on. And I know that you're very passionate already about this topic. And I know that you want to just be able to provide the information so that we can all learn from from the common things that happen with babies, but to reevaluate it in case we miss something. So I think this is going to be great because there isn't enough information out there about this, Judy. But why don't we back up just a little bit, because I would love it if you would introduce yourself to our audience today, and why don't you tell them why and how this became a topic of interest to you?
Well, it goes back many years to my own breastfeeding experience, long before I knew anything about body work or the effects on breastfeeding by structural difficulties. I had a very difficult pregnancy, very difficult labor and delivery, and my babies had trouble breastfeeding, and now I know why. And so I look back on my own experience, and as I re-educated myself some 15, 18 years ago in the field of neuromuscular medicine, I really wanted to reach out and correct the problems that I struggled with myself. So it's a bit personal for me.
Well, that's wonderful. I mean, in terms of that challenge that you've had has propelled you into gathering all the knowledge in this area, which again, sort of this is why, probably why you're so passionate about it and want each of us to sort of learn from it. Can you tell me when you were sort of looking at this topic, and I don't know how long you've been researching this or really evaluating it, and perhaps you can elaborate on that a little bit, but tell me, what did you find to be the most important factor about this topic?
Well, I think my research on the specific topic of structural difficulties relating to breastfeeding dysfunctions or continuing to have problems with breastfeeding actually stems from the fact that I was, like I said, it was my experience, but I really feel like what's been really important about it is that it's enabled me to make corrections with the families that I see and the mothers, and sparing breastfeeding. It can make you feel like a failure as a parent to struggle with your breastfeeding and then to lose your milk supply, because it's a lot of times what I feel is the most important is that we're not looking beyond the orofacial problem that these children have. The biggest issue is seeing them as a global unit, not just the sum of what's between their shoulder blades and the top of their heads, but their whole body and how it affects the structural integrity of their ability to breastfeed.
Well, you've just certainly got me thinking there more. As you mentioned, it's not just about what's between their shoulder blades. It's everything, and I imagine that you're going to expand on that, and I hope you will during your talk.
I'm
Um,
looking forward to it.
yeah, it's great. Lastly, Judy, perhaps you'd like to share a little bit of what you're looking forward to, sharing with the delegates.
I'm looking forward to sharing with them the ability to look at each child with a new pair of eyes. Oftentimes, just like we look at ourselves in the mirror, we miss things. We miss, a blemish, or we miss something that's, tight, or or have issues. I have people in my office every day that I look at them and I explain what I'm seeing, and I put them in front of a mirror and I say, well, they say, I never saw that. And I say, yeah, it's because you're used to looking at yourself in the mirror. And so I would like to hold up a new mirror, give them the ability to hold up a new mirror to these babies and see them with new eyes and help them in ways that they didn't consider possible, because maybe they just have gotten so used to looking at these children this way that it doesn't seem unusual for them.
No, that sounds wonderful. I think that not only, that analogy of having that mirror and relooking at ourselves is a great start, I think. Yeah, that's a great tool that you're showing your staff. But now we can, as we learn, we can take it into our practices and start to reevaluate our babies to really sort of investigate and detect what might be happening structurally. Well, I'm certainly looking forward to hearing you share more. Thank you so much, Judy, for sitting down and chatting with us today.
You're very welcome. I look forward to it. I look forward to sharing a little bit of the Agatha Christie in me.
Ah, I knew there would be some detective work to this. That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Judy. It's been great having you here today. And for those listening in right now, don't forget to join us for our Gold Lactation 2017 online conference. We're celebrating our 11th anniversary. We open it up with our keynote on April 3rd, and Judy will be joining us for our conference. Check out for all the details at www.goldlactation.com for more information and all of the schedules. Thank you again, Judy Terwilliger, for joining us today, and we'll look forward to having all of you back soon. Bye bye for now.